Well, coming up on today's show, yes, it's football season, and we have got you covered. Whether it's a custom tailgating van like I'm sitting in right now, or getting some custom seats for your home, or maybe that perfect place to watch the game, we have it all on today's show. Not to mention, we're headed up to Marion to the Popcorn Festival. We're telling you about that, and also talking to the Marion CVB about what's going on in the Marion area. And Dimitrious Stanley is joining us to talk about football. Stay with us. You don't want to miss 1 minute of today's show. What's interesting, a bedroom community to Columbus is Marion, and there's so much history and so much to do up here. It's incredible. We had an opportunity to talk to Mark Holbrook from Marion County Convention and Visitors Bureau and learn more. This place is very close to my heart. I love coming up to Marion. Great town. And I guess there's some new things. The Eatitarian Trail, which I guess you're kind of responsible for, right?
Well, yeah, we started that back in the spring. It was sort of my idea. One of the things I love about Marion is there's so many great little eateries. Those little places, sometimes they're a little hard to find, or you drive right by them, but they've been there forever. They're owned by local people. They're local favorites, and so I got to think about, what do we call this? So we came up with the Eaterarian Trail. Eaterarians are people that like to go to those little eateries, those little local spots.
I've hit a few of them. I love GNR, the fried bologna.
Oh, yeah, GNR Tavern in Waldo with their fried bologna sandwiches and their mile-high cream pies are sort of our star. That's the one everybody knows about. But then there's so many places like the Marion Diner in Barry's restaurant downtown, and there's so many places like the Shovel Restaurant. It's another comfort food place. We have a lot of comfort food restaurants here, and so it's just places that are great for lunch and dinner as well.
What's some of the other great historical sites here in Marion?
Well, of course, there's the Wyandotte Popcorn Museum, part of the Heritage Hall, the Marion County Historical Society's museum. The Harding Memorial, really, it's just right down the street here. It's where President and Mrs. Harding are buried.
That is phenomenal. Well, what do you think makes Marion such a unique community and a community you want to come and visit?
Well, we like to say at the Visitors Bureau that it's the right place at the right pace. You can get anywhere in just a very few minutes. So you can go from museum to historical society to restaurant. So it just makes for a wonderful pace of life, but also pace for a visit.
What a great place to come on a Sunday afternoon and just kind of visit, or a weekend and just spend the weekend here. So where do we learn more information, Mark?
Well, you can find out more by visiting our website at visitmarionohio.com.
Have you ever wanted to try vanilla butternut popcorn? How about blueberry or even licorice? Well, if you love popcorn, then you've got to come out to the Marion Popcorn Festival in downtown Marion. Karen told us about some of the events going on at the festival September 8th, 9th, and 10th. Karen, welcome to the show. And I just want to say I love how you're dressed, your popcorn t-shirt and your cute little earrings. I wish you could see her. Tell us how the Marion Popcorn Festival got started.
Well, it got started way back in 1981. A lot of downturn economically in the community, so a lot of community leaders came together and said, what can we do to kind of put Marion on the map? And although Marion has a wonderful heritage in a lot of different areas, popcorn just was kind of a fun festival type theme. But one of the things they wanted to do was bring big name entertainment into Marion and allow the people in Marion to do that free of charge.
So what kinds of things are we going to experience when we come to the Popcorn Festival?
Well, the festival encompasses a lot of different things. Of course, we're known for our free name entertainment. This year, we're going to start out on Thursday night with a band called Rock Brigade. And then we have country star Kelly Pickler on Friday night. And then we have Skid Row, the rock band Skid Row, on Saturday night to close out the festival.
Well, we're standing in the middle of the Wyandotte Popcorn Museum. And I never knew there was a museum just for popcorn.
Yes, because Marion has a great heritage in popcorn, and I believe this is the largest collection of antique poppers in the world. And when you come to the museum, it'll be open during the Popcorn Festival, 11 in the morning to 6 p.m. So it's just adjacent to the festival grounds, and you'll be able to come in and tour. They'll have some of them and actually working, plus some really, really antique ones that are just fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth stopping in here and seeing this. It's amazing. Well, how can we find out more information about the Marion Popcorn Festival?
Well, you can go to our website, which is www.popcornfestival.com.
For the past several years, we have been lucky enough to have Dimitrious Stanley joining us to discuss the upcoming football season. And this year is no exception. Dimitrious, thank you for being here today.
Well, thank you for having me.
With only 6 returning starters, Urban Meyer and his staff have quite a challenge ahead of them.
Yes.
What do you think is going to be their biggest challenge?
Well, when you have a lot of experience leave, I think it was 8 or 9 underclassmen that would have been performing this year, and then you had 6 seniors that also left. Once you lose that experience, then the young guys have to come in and learn it on the go. When you have experience like they had that left, normally you can kind of grow up with those people, watch how they do it. It's kind of like having a little puppy and having an adult dog. They follow and learn. Well, the biggest challenge is being able to get those guys to work in sync and do it the way he wants to do it, by vision and by seeing it, not by seeing it, but by doing it on a regular basis, because the youth, we know when it comes to youth and how they do things. So I think that's going to be the biggest challenge, is putting them together and losing that experience, but trying to give them that experience so quickly, especially when you have a game like Oklahoma coming up early in the season.
Well, check out these seats. Comfort, style, great for your posture. And boy, if you're a big fan, we got something in store for you. You're definitely going to want an opportunity to talk to Gabrielle Click, and she told us more. If you're the ultimate fan of college football, this is the seat you got to have. Tell us a little history and how this got started.
This is the go-to. We have the best damn team in the land and the best damn band in the land, and now we have the best damn chairs in the land right here in Columbus, Ohio. So if you go here, if you come to our showroom off of Allen Creek Drive, you can check out 4 different series. So we accommodate all body types. We have the casual sports series, which is to your left, and then you're sitting in a pro gaming and office series.
I can feel that.
Yeah, you can feel like you're in a bucket seat of a high-end luxury car, right?
People, I think, do not realize how important it is to your posture, your comfort. Talk a little bit about that with me.
Yeah, I sit in my chair about 8 hours a day. If you sit anywhere near that, you know that your posture over time gets, a little bit. The settings, we have 56 degrees adjustability on this reclining. So if I sit close to my desk, I can sit like this. If I want to take a little break, I can recline. And we have actually a reclining that goes all the way back. We call that sleep mode.
The thing that you notice about these is the ergonomics of them, how you can adjust everything. Kind of talk about that.
Yeah, my favorite ergonomic is actually the 4D armrests. They go every which way. So it doesn't matter if you're sitting at a desk or you're sitting at your PC setup. You can pretty much do it to any way that you want, in, out. They go every which way you can imagine.
Yeah. You look at some of the office supply houses that sell chairs, and you can get these $100, $50 chairs. No comparison, right?
No, not at all. So you get what you pay for. You can go that route, but if you're paying that much and you want to sit that long in your chair, you want it to last, and these will last you years.
Well, Gabrielle, tell us how we can get a hold of these really, really cool chairs.
You can find them at www.needforseatusa.com, or you can come right into our showroom at 1946 Camaro Avenue.
Well, everybody knows the Bogie Inn, and this is the place you want to come and watch the game. Over 22 screens here, some great specials for both NFL and OSU football. A lot happening at the Bogie Inn, always something new. We talked to Mark Dombeck and learn more. Well, Mark, good to be back at the Bogie again. I can't believe it's football season, man.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. So what can the people coming into the Bogie expect to see during football season when the big games are on?
Well, we have 22 big screen TVs between inside and outside. No warmer months. While we still have good weather for it, you can sit outside and watch a game. We'll do food and beer specials every game day, not only for Buckeye games, but for NFL games as well.
You do large parties for people, so you can kind of set your own tailgate party up and come to the Bogie, right?
You could do that. We actually have a couple parties, I think 3 of them that are scheduled coming up here during football season that scheduled exactly that. tailgate party on the patio.
The live music, and I know it gets cut back a little bit during football season, but it's still in place, right?
Yeah, well, learned one thing, not to compete with Ohio State football and live music. It tends not to work out too well. We will cut back to just Fridays during football season, but we will get that back up and going next year.
Well, let's talk about delivery. That's something that's kind of new and coming up, right?
Yeah, it's something that we've been talking about, something we've been working with. We hope to have it up pretty soon. We mainly are going to start with a really small sample size of a menu and also delivery area. We don't want to, just kind of start small, not get too big too fast.
What are some of those popular things on your menu if you're coming to the Bogie?
Well, like I said, we sell about 10,000 burgers a year. That's number one. We have a great salmon dish. We have a great salmon salad. Italian sub, meatball sub. We're actually been working with our pizza recipes like sauce and dough and the kind of cheese that we use to kind of improve our pizzas for the delivery that we spoke about.
Well, where do we learn more about the Bogie?
www.bogieinn.com. We're working on updating our website as well too, so that more like a daily update. Social media, we're on Facebook, Twitter.
Well, summer is certainly winding down, but here at the Trout Club, they are gearing up for football season with big screen TVs, delicious food, and great drinks. Scott told us how you can enjoy game day and all the other things the Trout Club has to offer. Scott, it's great to see you on Out and About Columbus. Thanks for having us out to the Trout Club. I can't believe summer's winding down and football season's starting, and I know you guys have a lot planned. Tell us about it.
Yes, summer's winding down, but we still have a little bit of life at the pool right now. We're getting ready to head into Ohio State football season, so we're really starting to have some fun here at the Trout Club. We're ready for college football, and we're hoping a lot of people bring all their college football viewing activities out to see us and have a good time and enjoy the atmosphere here at the Trout Club.
Well, I love the fact you got these big screens everywhere. I mean, this looks like a great place to party and watch the game.
Yes, it is. Everywhere you look, we have televisions on all the levels, several large projection screens, and great viewing from every bar seat and every table that we have.
So are you going to have music, entertainment, anything like that going on in the fall?
Yes, we are. We're wrapping up our summer concert series in the next couple of weeks, but we're going to continue. We've installed some new doors around our new pavilion, so we're going to have inside entertainment as we go into the winter months. So you'll be able to enjoy some music and food atmosphere inside the enclosed warm areas. We have new fireplaces that we've just added in the pavilion as well. So dining and viewing will be very comfortable.
That's fantastic. It looks great. I love what you guys have done to the place.
Thank you.
You've still got golf going on and foot golf, correct?
Absolutely. We're actually coming into what I believe the best months of the year for golf because the weather's starting to tone down a little bit. So it's very enjoyable this time of year.
Now you have your full menu at the dining room, and I've heard the food is fabulous.
Yes, we're very happy with Chef Swain Hunt. He's put together some very nice dishes for us, and we've got some fantastic food that's coming out. A lot of compliments from all of our dining guests.
Wonderful. Well, let's talk about how we can find out more about the Trout Club.
Yeah, you can find out more by going to our website, which is thetroutclub.com.
Speaking of Oklahoma, what progress do you look for in the young Buckeyes going into the Oklahoma game?
Going into a big game, you just want to see the simple things, making sure you're getting up to the line, making sure you're firing off the ball, you're making the proper steps, because when you're a young team, it's going to come down to fundamentals. And then when you get into a big game and you have adrenaline going like that, you're going to want to do things fast, but you want to play fast, but you want to do the fundamentals. And that's when you have a young team, that is one thing that you harp on, fundamentals, technique. And if they can get those down by the time we get to Oklahoma, I think this young team, we have the talent. It's a matter of putting it all together. So, the fundamentals and technique, that's what I'm looking for by the time we play Oklahoma.
We're doing this interview here at Buffalo Wild Wings, and Mike has got some more information about this location here at Lane and High.
Well, thanks, Renee. I'm here with Ryan Grant from Buffalo Wild Wings down on the campus. Ryan, welcome to the show.
Yeah,
good to have you on.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Well, I got to tell you, these are my favorite wings in the world. They are absolutely fantastic. And what's really cool about Buffalo Wild Wings is that it actually started here with a couple students from Ohio State, right?
It did back in 1982. We were just down the street here, and the old location, we moved over to this new one here on the corner of High Street and Lane about 8 years ago, and it's been great since.
And you actually have some memorabilia from the original, right?
We do. We have some signs here in the restaurant. We actually have the old buffalo head with awesome stuff that we kept from the old store. So.
So neat. You know, this one is a remodel. I know you guys are kind of going through maybe a bit of a remodel on these, and they call this the what?
This is the stadium model. We give the stadium atmosphere. So if you're not in the stadium, you're here with us. You kind of get that atmosphere. 60 TVs all around you, big screens, great food. You know, we really want to give that great feeling of being at the game here with us at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah. And give our audience a sample of what's game day like here on campus at Buffalo Wild Wings.
It starts early and it stays late. Crowded, shoulder to shoulder, awesome atmosphere. Honestly, it's almost like being at a local tailgate here at Buffalo Wild Wings. We don't run out of food. The beer's always cold, and we have a lot to offer our guests on those game days. So
let's talk a little bit about the food real quick and the beers and any specials, anything coming up like that.
Yeah, I mean, so we have our new LTO limited time offer menu that we're offering right now. Some really great items. We have some really good sauce, Blue Moon Barbecue out right now, Music City Fire coming out here shortly, and then draft beer, can't go wrong, cold, tall, ready to flow that day of the game.
Well, it sounds great. Where do we learn more information and learn all the locations? You guys are 1,200 locations nationally, but where do we learn locations?
We are. I mean, you can go out to BuffaloWildWings.com. All of our locations are listed there.
Fantastic. Ryan, thanks so much for being on the show. Glad to have you guys on.
Thank you.
Well, as the expression goes, from mild to wild, Creative Mobile Interiors can handle the job. Just look at these beautiful custom tailgating vans that they built. We had an opportunity to talk to Aaron Lane and learn more. How do you guys define custom?
Well, really, custom to us has always been what our company's been about. We don't have set designs. We don't have set floor plans. We don't have any stipulations on vehicle age or type or size. We start with the customer's idea, and we make it a reality, whether it's big or small.
Yeah. So what is that process?
Well, basically, a customer typically would come to us either with a vehicle or an idea of a vehicle, an idea of a concept or a vision for their company or for their family. And they come to us and kind of have a spark, and we take that spark and we turn it into reality through, working with them hand in hand and designing and building a vehicle, whether it's $100 or $300,000. It doesn't matter to us. We've always loved working with everybody, close or far. So,
what do you think is the most unique project that you guys have ever done?
Well, we get to do, on top of doing fun ones like these, we also get to do some vehicles for families that might have a child in a wheelchair. And sometimes those are really rewarding, and sometimes as rewarding as some of these big ones. But probably the most unique is we had a customer with a retro 45-foot coach, big full-size coach, and we put a roof deck on top of it. He wanted more party space, and we told him the bus is full, so the only way to go was up. So we put a roof deck on, TV, stereo, handrails, pontoon boat bimini tops, and it even misted water out the handrails.
Well, Aaron, how do we get more information? Maybe we want to bring a van down here and get it customized.
Email us, info@creativemobileinteriors.com is our email address, or call us 614-539-4600, or our website, creativemobileinteriors.com, and we'll jump right on it.
Well, folks, on the west side and west of town, we got a great place for you. It's a Submarine House. What a great place to come and watch a game, enjoy dollar beers, and I got to tell you, it is a lot of fun here. We talked to Ross Holton and got some more information. This is a great place on the west side and Hilliard area to come in and enjoy the game. So kind of talk about what the experience is here for customers who are going to come in.
Well, first of all, we get a great Buckeyes crowd coming in for Saturdays. We run dollar drafts for our domestic drafts, so a lot of people enjoy that. It's a good, exciting crowd, great atmosphere, great TVs for everybody to see.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that food, because I've sampled in past years, and it is certainly delicious here.
We specialize in cheese steaks, so we've got a variety of different cheese steaks that people typically enjoy. I also have deli subs, and we're getting kind of known for our pizzas as well. I have some unique pizzas that people are really taking to.
Screens, how many you got in here?
We've got 16 screens. Our largest is 106 inches, and then that's flanked by 5 additional 65s, and then a bunch of 50-inch screens all around.
Let's talk about the rest of the week. When you're not here for the game, what have you got going on?
A lot of good drink specials during the week and food specials on a weekly basis also. We've really started to focus on Ohio-made craft beers, so a lot of good local beers that rotate regularly and always trying to keep it fresh and new for our customers.
They know the one location here, but this is out of Dayton, and actually they have quite a few stores in the Dayton area. You're the first franchise in Columbus, right?
That's right. We're the first one outside of Dayton. There's 7, soon to be 8 stores in the Dayton area. All of them are also the bar and grill concept as well.
Fantastic. Well, great food, great place to watch the game, and a great deal on beers. How do we find more, and how do we find you?
We're located on the southwest corner of Hilliard, Rome, and Roberts in the Kroger Shopping Center, and you can reach us on the website at submarinehouse.com or phone at 614-541-9411.
Well, we're at the best place for the biggest party on Lane Avenue, and of course that's the Ozone Tailgate Party. Might be quiet now, but on game day, it is going to be popping here. We had the opportunity to talk to Drew and really found out some interesting things about how this got started. This is the Ozone Tailgate Party, and this is the big dog, right?
It sure is.
What are people going to find?
Well, what they're going to find is a great place to gather before, during, and after Buckeye football games. You find great food here. We have a lot of great food trucks that are going to be participating with us, the likes of Schmidt's, the Piata, Loops, and La Rosa Pizza has been added this year as well. So we have a lot of great food catering trucks. Along with that, we have our partners Budweiser. They got to have Budweiser when you have a tailgate. And we have our partners with Jack Daniels and Pepsi. So it's you've got all the necessary amenities that anyone would have for a tailgate.
The screen you have here is huge. How big is that?
It's a 9-foot by 16-foot HD TV screen, and it is absolutely fantastic for watching a Buckeye football game. A lot of folks maybe don't have the means to get into the stadium, and we provide them with the atmosphere right next to the stadium.
What's some of the bands that you feature here at the Ozone Tailgate?
This year we've switched it up a little bit, and we are offering 2 bands that are going to be participating this year. We're going to be opening up with the Swag Band, which is a great top 40 band, and they do a great job. And then the other group we're having is going to be the fabulous Johnson Brothers.
This is for charity.
Yes, absolutely. It's all about the charity. What we do here is we are afforded the opportunity, charities are afforded the opportunity through their F2 permit licensing capabilities to serve alcohol. So we utilize that F2 permit on their behalf, help them with the organizational element of it, and they basically retain revenue from game day sales.
Tell us where we can learn more.
The Ozone on Lane.com.
Well, like the famous sportscaster Keith Jackson said, whoa, Nelly, that's what this place is named for, and this is the place you want to come if you want to check out the game with over 20 screens, live music, and some great food. We had an opportunity to talk to Joe and learn more. Well, Joe, good to have you and O'Nelly's Sports Pub on the show.
Here, Mike, thank you very much.
This place is incredible. It really, I think, would be a unique experience. Explain to me what that unique experience is when you come out for game day.
You know what? We try to make a game day experience here sort of like a stadium atmosphere with a lot of positive energy going on, a lot of excitement. Obviously, we have, over 20 high-definition televisions, not a bad seat in the house. Just from the hype music that we play before the games, halftime, after a touchdown, after the game, so on and so forth. Just a really, really fun, exciting atmosphere here.
How would you describe the bar? It really strikes me as the friendly neighborhood type place.
And that's exactly right. It's kind of, I always refer to it as similar like Cheers, where everybody knows your name. The comfort level here, we try to make that, is as good as possible.
Well, this is our football show, and one of the things that really struck me is you have a ton of promotions going on for football season. Let's talk about those a little bit.
Okay. For Saturday Ohio State games, we're big on that. All college football games. We do bucket specials. We do draft beer specials, food specials.
Well, tell us a little bit about the food here, Joe.
Okay. A couple of the menu items that I have here. I call this my working man's Yinzer sandwich. It's a take on a Pittsburgh style of sandwich with coleslaw, French fries. My wings are really, really good. This is my Irish clover burger, that I like to call it. It's a half-pound fresh Angus beef patty, has pastrami, and has roast beef as well as a fried egg, and then my fish and chips here.
So, bar food, but good food, right?
Exactly, very much so, yeah.
Well, tell us, Joe, where do we find you?
Okay, we're located up here right off of Polaris Parkway and Old State Road, 8939 South Old State, www.onellyspub.com.
Fantastic, Joe. Thanks so much for being on the show. Well, you know, there's always something new at Utus Market, and he's introducing these wonderful Stevens pies here at Utus Market. Imagine adding that to your tailgate. This is pecan, one of my favorites. And, of course, we had to talk to him about those meat and cheese trays for those tailgate parties. A lot going on here at Utus Market, as well as fresh produce. Greg told us more. Well, Greg, good to have you back on the show.
Hi, Mike.
You know, it's amazing to me. I can't even believe this, but we're coming up on football season again. And, of course, you know, there's only one place to get those meat and cheese trays, and that's Utus Market. And tell us a little bit about those.
That's right. We make a large tray. We say big enough to feed, 20, 25 people.
Not your size.
Not my size. Not the football crowd. We want to, figure maybe 15 people for those. But order ahead, day ahead. You can pick your meat and your cheese for them, and we'll have it ready for you when you get here.
You know, one of the things that amazes me is the cost. The prices are incredible. I always talk about this on all the shows that you're on. How can you do it? I mean, it's quality, and the prices are incredible.
Right. We built over the years personal relationships with the small families that are making a lot of this meat and cheese that we sell. Great relationships with our wholesalers. We're able to plan ahead for our specials. We're buying maybe a month ahead, contracting those prices in here. We know what we're going to pay, and we pass that along to the consumer.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, take it from me, it's a great deal. Let's talk a little bit about produce, because it's always, I walked in here today and a lot of fresh produce on the shelves.
Right. Hard to believe summer's almost over. We're done picking our own sweet corn, but we'll buy some from some friends of mine for a while. Tomatoes, peppers, all this stuff we're still having. And we're getting close to our own cauliflower and broccoli here, probably middle of the month.
And I couldn't help but know there's always something new at Utus, and I saw you got pies now. You're introducing a line of pies.
That's right. Stevens pies. They're out of Springfield. A lot of people know about them. We bring them in here fresh Fridays and Saturdays, so we'll have them for the weekend. If there's a pie you like, order ahead early in the week, and we'll have it here for you.
Tell us how we can find you and what hours you keep here.
We are just south of Plain City off of Route 42, Commerce Huff Road, and we're open 9 to 5, Monday through Saturday.
Well, for a long time, it was mostly 60 and over getting hearing aids, but that's changed, and we learn on today's segment why that is. A good hint may be this technology in my hand. You hear a lot about hearing loss today, and you typically think that it's pretty much people 60 years of age and up. That's not necessarily true these days, right?
No, not so much anymore, because the hearing aids have changed dramatically in the last 5 years, where now we have a lot of people in their 40s and 50s really getting hearing aids where they would not have done it before, and a lot of it is vanity. They just don't want people noticing they're wearing the hearing aids, where there's a salesperson. I'm trying to help people or sell something. I don't want people knowing that I'm wearing anything, and that's really opened the doors for a lot of people that really need the help, but just refused to do it because they just didn't want anybody noticing that they were wearing anything.
And I remember the big thing hanging on the back of the ear. That's just not the technology anymore, is it?
No, and that's as soon as you mentioned them behind the ear, even about 10 years ago, they would say, I don't want anything behind the ear. But now they're a lot smaller, and you can see, you can hardly even see them. And most people, when you wear them, all it is this little wire. But unless you wear hearing aids or you have a family member, people don't notice this wire. So that's probably about 70% of our business here. And then you can go even further where they're more invisible. Where this one type here is anybody that doesn't want anything behind their ear, and then the old ones that went in the canal where you could still see behind, this type here, you cannot see in the ear at all. The vanity has been number one, but then two, the technology has completely changed. Before the hearing aids would just amplify everything. Now it actually automatically adjusts to background noise and feels very, very comfortable that you forget they're even in your ear, which makes a huge difference. No more plugged up feeling and no more whistling in the ear. Those are the two big problems from before.
Well, great information. How do we find you?
You can look on our website at absolutehearingsolutions.com, or they can give us a call at the number they've seen on the screen during this program.